probably heard some noise throughout the night, and that is one of Andrew's favorite Christmas ornaments, so it looked like everybody else enjoyed it too. So anyways, we're on Vlogmas day 2, just doing some things around the house, nothing too exciting. Morning routine, I wanted to get a placemat, go for a walk, start the laundry, and edit. All of that is done, so I popped into Dollarama. Wanted to get some placemats. I'm going to do the coffee corner today, so I got 2 of these. They were $1.50. I thought I'd be able to make them work. And then I got some of the mini baking cups for my 3-chip chocolates. I'm not sure how many I have. And then I saw them and I thought I'd grab them. Also got a couple of little containers. I thought they'd be nice for holiday cookies for some of the things we have going on. I decided to get another bag of the holiday M&Ms. These were one of our favorite. Like, everybody loved those M&M, like, chocolate chip cookies. They're just so easy, and I just decided to pick up another bag. And then I also got some hair clips. I'm actually going to use one right now. And then dinner, I have that figured out. I have to call for the bills. I did one. I have one more to do because Canada Post, they are on strike. So a lot of our mail, like, bills we get online, but there's a couple that don't. I need to update the gift list. I ordered a couple of things. My daily load of laundry, I have 2 today, a light load and a dark load, so I'm going to switch that over. And then I want to get Andrew's sheets done today, and then the quilt and sham, so that way I can put that all away until the Christmas bedding goes away. So I am going to fix my hair, switch over the laundry, and I'm going to make myself lunch because it is almost noon, and then I'll talk a little bit more about what my day is going to look like. Okay, lunch, I have some naan bread, tzatziki, some cheese, lettuce, and then the souvlaki. That's one of my goals, is to clean up some things for the month of December, buying as little groceries as possible, so that's going to be my lunch. I'm also going to have a yogurt with some granola, and I need to get some water. So I'm going to enjoy lunch, just kind of regroup for a bit, and then we'll get back to Vlogmas day 2. Hello, happy Vlogmas! Day 2 is going to be very different than day 1. I hope you enjoyed the first day of Vlogmas. It's always the one that gets the most views, and then people figure out what they want to watch. So I edited it this morning and I loved it. I love the first day, us focusing on Andrew for starting to decorate and bring like the Christmas magic into our home. And we just roll with it. Some years he's all into it. Some years it's a lot, you know, this overstimulation, it's just a little bit too much. So we just kind of like let him figure out what works for him. His hats were a big thing yesterday, and then, you know, last night just getting the Grinch and Cindy Lou and bouncing around on the floor. It was good, and that smile when he goes to bed at night is the best thing. So Vlogmas is gonna be a little bit different this year, and I missed Samantha of Happily Housewives Vlogmas this past November. I watched it every year, and I would watch it from like 2016, 2017, 2018, because I found it was like the way that YouTube used to be. It was just a woman sharing the ins and outs of every day, trying to take care of her family, her home, you know, getting ready for the holidays, and doing Vlogmas. And she took her channel down, and I completely understand why she did that. And that was part of the reason too why I wanted a fresh start in 2024, because I'm the one doing YouTube, and just getting some guidance from other people that have been doing it for years and how they try and balance everything out. So I'm trying to share how I try and make the holiday season magical, and just, you know, a woman, a mom, all the other hats, wife, everything else, YouTuber. I'm just trying to do the best that I can. So I just wanted to put that out there. That was really part of the reason why I just wanted to say goodbye to everything prior to 2024, and just trying to figure out like my whole, you know, life and journey and everything now. My body is all over the place. We've had so many different changes in our life, but just so excited to have our little family for the month of December and share some of it with all of you. So I just wanted to put that out there. So anyways, this morning, whenever I was doing my kind of strategy for the day, today I just have like my normal routine. I'm trying to get a lot of little things done today, which is the homemaker, taking care of the home and all of that. And then the editing I knew was going to take longer. So this morning I just did the things that I wanted to do first thing in the morning to set myself up for success. And that's exactly what I did. So while I was editing, I got a message from my husband. He goes, "Are you busy?" I said, "No." and he goes, I forgot something. He goes, can you bring it up? I said, yeah, I can. So I said, come on, Hunter, because Hunter loves going for drives. So Hunter and I got into the car, off we went. He's just sitting around looking. Then Steve came out, and Hunter, like, the tail's going, and he's like dancing, and then Steve came out, got what he needed, and I rolled the window down, and it was a little pet and a little smooch, and we were happy. And I think it's been really nice to see Hunter, because we rescued him a few years ago, and to see him like excited when we come home, and sometimes like he's excited and other times he's just like completely empty. So it was very nice to see him like kind of interacting yesterday with us and all of the Christmas items, but we can't put anything under the tree because he thinks everything is food and it just ends up in a big mess. So there will be no gifts under the tree until like Christmas Eve. That's how we roll. But anyways, we're gonna go take a look at the planner, see what I'm trying to get accomplished today. I know what we're having for dinner, and there's two biggest things that I wanted to get accomplished today, other than like all of the regular stuff, was to hopefully get some decorations in the kitchen, and I want our main tree up tonight. So I said to hubby, yeah, I said, I have no problem bringing what you need as long as you can put up the Christmas tree tonight. So let's get back to Vlogmas. Okay, so Vlogmas day 2. This is from like July. I use old Erin Condren Daily Duos because I don't do this every day, but it will be for Vlogmas. So I'll be sharing a little bit of the process, but this is how I try and stay on track. So I just like, you know, put liquid paper, whatever, over it, put the like a little sticker over the calendar, and I just kind of do my thing. So morning routine, I wanted to get the placemat to do the coffee thing, go for the walk, start the laundry, and then edit. Got all that done that I had to do, you know, drop that thing off for my husband. Had lunch, kind of regrouped. So I did a main floor tidy and clean, and then bring in the bin. That's what I want to do for Christmas. So I went back in my Christmas planner and I looked up the gray tote dishes, and it was the one right at the bottom because it was the heaviest. So I just had to move the other ones and we were good to go. So I'm very happy about that. So I brought that in. And then I also filled Hunter's food, so that is my goal, to do a kitchen decorate, to do the coffee corner, and I got to get the garland fluffed. It gets put away every year, so we have garland and a wreath and all that, so I got to get that fluffed up and taken care of. So that is what I did so far. I called, got the bills all taken care of. I got to update the gift list. We'll talk about that later. I just folded the light load, so I'm going to put the dark load in the dryer and then put Andrew's sheets in, and then that will be all done, so I'm right on top of the laundry. And then the daily 5, and just stay up on all the little things, because when the little things get away from me, everything falls apart, and I need to do this every day. So my daily 5 is doing a load of laundry. What's for dinner? I got that figured out. Get up and move. I did that. Do a quick tidy, you know, clean up the clutter, and then a little bit of me time. So I'm doing really good. Everything's going smooth, and I'm just not getting as much stuff done as I wanted to, but the biggest thing is I'm staying on top of all of the little things. I switched out the placemats there. That's what I wanted to get this morning because that was my goal. The kitchen, I got everything like wiped down, clean, put a few things away, and I swept the floors and all of that. So this is the bin. I didn't open it up, so let's set up the tripod and see what is in here. Okay, I was gonna take a peek, but I wanted to be real. I have no idea what I'm opening up to. I'm kind of excited. Okay, that was the tablecloth. Oh, there's Steve's advent calendar. So I'm gonna have to get that probably pressed. I know it's all washed. So I figured that. All of the towels, the cups. Oh, the Charlie Brown bowls. I forgot about those. Okay, let's start getting it unpacked, and then getting everything figured out of what I'm going to use. This is what I love. I have one bin for the kitchen, all completely organized. Everything was stored properly last year, and I'm pulling everything out, and not really any surprises. I forgot about the Charlie Brown bowls, and then there was one coffee cup that I forgot all about. And then what I do is I wrap everything in like my kitchen towels. And I've kept a few of the Ray Dunn things, and I knew I had my elf mug that I got last year. So it is exciting to pull everything out. And I have definitely downsized over the past couple of years. And I also know that I don't need anything new this year. Okay, I'm very happy. So in here I have stuff that I'm not going to be using right away, so I just kind of put it in the garage and use it as I need it. That candy dish, I don't put it out till a couple of days before Christmas. Appetizers, some extra Pyrex bowls. If I don't need them, I'm going to get rid of them. And then that was a gift from somebody, and I use it every year. But I am very happy about all of this. And then this stuff, I got to get it freshened up. That was the one thing that I was looking for, because I've realized that some tablecloths are just easier to care for, so I'm not loving these ones, and that was one of the things that I wanted to check earlier. But I think I might take a look next time I go out just to see if there's one that is a little bit more for the everyday use. But I'll probably put these in the dryer and then fluff them up and kind of go from there. Everything was washed when I put it away last year, but I just took my cloth and I wiped everything out, and then I dried it, and I'm just going to do a couple of things. And this is the cookie jar. We've had this since our first home when the kids were itty bitty, and I think I got it at Zeller's, but it's the one thing I've kept because the kids look in the cookie jar for a cookie. So I went ahead and put the Pillsbury cookies that we made yesterday in there, because I know Andrew will do that. So I always want to make sure that there's something in there for the first time that I put it out. And I did actually buy one new thing this year, and that was like a stand for the mugs, like a mug tree, whatever you call it. And I'm going to get that assembled right now. I ordered it from Amazon. I will link it down below. I think I'm very happy with it. So anyways, I got to put it together. So let's listen to some Christmas music.
My dear, the forecast ain't clear, so will you please light my way and lead this old man's sleigh? I said, Rudolph, my friend, once more will you lend your red nose, or heaven knows how this sleigh ride will end. My man, you're the only one who can save the day. Say yea or nay. Now will you pull my sleigh?
I'm very happy with this. It's really to get the clutter off the countertops because we don't have a lot of space. The pop of red, the Ray Dunn items that have lasted that I'm happy with. And when I went to look for the mug tree, it had the highest ratings and it seems nice and sturdy. This mug was such a nice surprise. I forgot all about it until I pulled it out, and there's Linus with his little blanket. The elf one I remembered getting last year, and of course Smiling is my favorite, but the Charlie Brown one was just a nice little gift. And my husband's advent calendar, I've been making this for him for years. I made the labels, and then we put the little tags in the gnome so I can use them from year to year. So I am going to start working on his Christmas advent calendar for the coffee. He did get the Ferrero Rocher one from Eddie, but this is definitely one of our Christmas traditions. I think this year I have perfected it. Over the years, I've tried so many different ways of trying to make it, because when I wanted this advent calendar, they didn't have anything. And now I have like the one that I get to enjoy, but this one is for my husband. I've tried different things over the years. I would try having like a different coffee every day, but he doesn't like the flavored coffee. He likes Starbucks. So I have the 4 that he likes the most: the Sumatra, the Holiday Blend, the Pike, and then the House. Last year I tried a Tim Hortons winter blend, but he didn't like it, so I'm just sticking with the 4 for this year. So I have 6 of each kind, and then I'm just doing it like the 4, the 4, the 4, so that way he doesn't have 2 the same day in a row. It's just those little things that I like to try and do. So I have them all laid out, and then I have the little cards from last year, and honestly they were in the exact perfect number. And I have the stand. I got it at Dollarama, and there's only 20 holes in here. So I put the first 20, I put the 4 away, and then as he uses them, I put them in. And then as the calendar gets emptied, we just use it, because we drink a lot of coffee over the holidays, entertaining and, you know, family and all of that. There's always lots of coffee needed. So that way we just keep it stocked. And I'm doing something different this year. So I just put the numbers on with just Scotch tape, and they always fall off. So I got to head out. So I'm going to put a couple of things on here to try and weigh it down, and hopefully it will stick. Is pretty much it. The coffee corner is such a huge way to keep the clutter off the counter. I'm going to leave that until we get back, and then I'll put it all together. Cookie jar, I know Andrew will go there first, and then I keep the advent calendar there, and then whenever Steve takes the little things off, we just put it back in here, and then we know exactly where it goes. I have the things out for dinner, and I'm really hoping within the next 2 years, like realistically, to upgrade our kitchen. I don't really want to change the layout. I just want to upgrade like our counters, our countertops, obviously the sink, the cupboards, and then add some extra storage in different parts. And I just don't want anything extra in my kitchen for Christmas, because I don't want it cluttered. It looks really pretty to see all of the stuff like on the doors and everything, but I cook, I do a lot of baking, and I enjoy it the most when it is clean and clutter-free. And I have a few more finishing touches to do, but I gotta wait. I got my hand soap coming, and then I gotta wash all the towels and freshen them up to have some little pops of red. Okay, so I just have to fluff the garland. I'm gonna do that before I gotta get going. I'm gonna update the gift list right now. So I bought this planner. I talked about it in November. $4.50. I got it a couple of years ago at Dollarama. So this was like my starting point of 2024. I still have a couple of things to do. I shared with you my baking list. I have all of the ingredients of what I need to get. The Christmas menu, I've finalized it, and then I keep extra room to write some other little things down. We'll talk more about that as the month goes on. And then gifts, food bank, donation, toy drive, and then I'm just gonna fill this in. We've definitely scaled back for gifts. Like last year, my husband and I only did stockings for each other. I think this year we're doing a couple little things, the kids and then a few other people, but everybody is really scaled back during the holidays. It's much nicer to get together, and I think it's nice for somebody to give them a gift card that they can use, like to go out for dinner, to do something after the holidays. When it's really nice. And the other thing, like we always want to acknowledge the people that give us service like all year long too, and then are just, you know, really helpful like for us throughout the year. And then activities, there's some things that we're going to be doing, and hopefully some things that we'll get to enjoy, but we gotta find the right fit that works for, you know, what works for Andrew, and then some of the other things that we want to do closer to Christmas. And then usually it works out really good because it's just so close to Christmas. It's exciting, and he's really into the mood, especially the couple of days before the big guy comes. So anyways, I'm just going to fill in some of this, some of the things I've ordered and some of the things that I still want to get, and then a list of all of the cards that I need to get for a lot of people. I don't know if I'm going to share a lot of coloring throughout the month, because I just do it like when I feel like I need to do it, but I really am enjoying this. I've only colored one in here. I don't know if I shared it with you, the little penguin. I thought it was really cute, but I've done a couple of more in this one, the Cozy Girl Christmas. I'll have all the information linked down below. I did it in another video, but I know some people are interested in it, and it's really, if you're wanting to get into it, you can do it, you know, buy the coloring book, and you can do whatever you want for coloring, as, you know, inexpensive or as expensive as you want it to be. It really is based on the individual. So I think this was the last one I shared with you, and then I did this one. I love it. I did like a little bit of like the darker edging there to kind of make it pop a little bit. It's subtle, but it does make a difference, and then just the little white lines. But I love like the night scene with the snow and then the hot cup of tea. And then I did this one. It was like just red and pinks, and honestly it looked good, but once I added like the little white lines, it just kind of like made it pop. So I'm very excited to keep doing more of these. So hopefully these 2 books will get me through till Christmas. I have a feeling they will. And if they don't, well, then I just need to look for some winter ones and focus a little bit more on the winter season. And this is all that I'm doing for Christmas. I also moved the table out there. We are going to put the tree in the corner. I thought about putting the tree in between the hutch and the couch, but Linus's bed is there, and I like the tree in the corner. Just using the white for now, and I got Steve's advent calendar up, so it's ready to go for him. Like I said, I'm filming a little bit early just to stay up on top of everything, so now it is time for my little afternoon pick-me-up. So day 2, I'm thinking it's pistachio macaroon, however you say it, and I was right. They didn't have this flavor last year. It was okay, like you can vote, so that's really new. I should be doing that, so that way I can give my feedback, so I should go back. And I'm going to use the Charlie Brown mug. I thought I was going to use the Elf one, but I think this is going to be my mug for this Christmas. So anyways, I just do 8 ounces with a sugar cube and a little bit of half and half cream. So I am very happy with it. This mug is perfect, and I didn't even realize that this was the screensaver that I put on my phone, and it was just meant to be. My husband was doing a couple of errands yesterday, and he came home with this loaf of bread, and he was so excited. $1.49. He goes, fresh bread for $1.49. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. Because I've been wanting to make bread, but I'm glad that he did it because it's helping me make dinner for tonight. So I had 2 cans of this cheddar cheese in my pantry, and I have been wanting to make this cheddar broccoli soup. And tonight is finally the night, and I'm just going to go ahead and get the broccoli chopped up. I got it last week when it was on sale, and I was very glad that it was in still good shape. I have the 2 cans of the cheddar cheese, and I'm doing 1 can of half and half. It actually finished up that container. Good thing I have extras. And then I'm going to do a can of 2% milk with a little bit of salt, pepper, and a little bit of onion powder, and that's it. And then I'm going to put the broccoli in and then add a little bit of grated cheese. I am keeping it simple. It's not from scratch, but it's using up some items that I have. And then we went ahead. Andrew made just some sausage, mushrooms, peppers, pasta, and then just the Rayo's marinara. So that's just, you know, heating all the way through, so that way we can eat dinner as a family. He doesn't like soup, and then that way everybody has something that they like, and it is what works for us. So I'm just going to keep an eye on the soup. I don't want to burn it, but I'm trying to like just heat the broccoli, cook it a little bit. It's not exactly homemade, but it's going to work for tonight. One of the things I'm going to try to do during Vlogmas is share some of our dinners. Lots of times when I do like our dinners, I share with you, I'm either trying a new recipe or I'm making, you know, a more detailed dinner. But there's nights where I'm just kind of like doing what I can to use fresh ingredients, some convenience items. And you know what? I'm not going to feel guilty because I didn't make the bread. And for $1.49, you can't make it for that price. And it was really good. The soup came together. It was very tasty, very flavorful. My husband was happy to have the bread. I finally used up those 2 cans, a little bit of cheese on the top, and then the butter. And I have a little bit of mess to clean up, but it's not too bad. And now hubby is going to start putting the tree together. I'm going to try and get the kitchen cleaned up. And then as soon as he opens the box, he goes, remember I got it all closed up and we forgot the Christmas tree. So I went down to the basement. It was a bin. Thankfully, he found it. And I always put a towel underneath just to protect the hardwood floor. So Linus is always wanting to see what's going on. So I'm going to let him finish it up while I get the kitchen cleaned up so we can get the dishwasher running and get it emptied before we go to bed. The tree is up. I'm not fluffing it tonight. I'm not doing anything else. We just wanted to get it up, get it done so that I will work my magic tomorrow. But we had a Christmas miracle happen. The dogs were in the same bed. Linus was laying on the blanket because that's what Linus does in Charlie Brown. And Hunter just kind of curled up beside him. So that was sweet to see. So there's the tree. I have an idea of what I want to put on the wall, but I'm not doing that till January. And I have a vision, and I still can't get over that these two are curled up in the bed together. I think it is so sweet, and I forgot all about the tree collar. This was new. I got it last year, so I got to get everything tucked in, and I really do like it. I just find it's a little bit easier to sweep around it compared to the tree skirt that I have. And then I packed up the leftovers, so we have enough soup for lunches. And then for Andrew, he has a couple of nights of dinner. That is really great, and I'm really liking these containers from Walmart. And I have a box of stuff that I packed up, and if I can get through December without it, it's going to the donations. And this is what our deck looks like, and hopefully tomorrow it will be covered with snow.